Okay, so our big news today was supposed to be Adam Gaudette and the Canucks maybe playing tonight. Who knows? Gaudette's in protocol. He tested positive and all that stuff. That's supposed to be our story of the day. But leave it to Jim Benning to go out there and actually make himself a transaction that's taking up all the headlines instead. We have ourselves Thatcher the Snatcher Demko, who has signed a 5x5 extension. 5 years, $25 million, an AAV of 5 per season. And you know, I've said this the entire time, spanning back to the Sven Baertschi contract negotiations and the Bo Horvat negotiations and the Besser negotiations. When it comes to the UFAs and the players that the Canucks fans generally don't really care about all too much, the Beagles, the Roussells, the free agents, the Sutters, these players always get the terrible contracts. But when it comes to the RFAs, the young guys, the players that the fan base actually cheer towards going into the long-term future, like the Baertschis and the Bessers and the Horvats, and now the Demkos, Benning does really well. And that's not me going back on my word on all the videos we've made before. All the critiques I have of Benning and the way he has handled other negotiations, they still exist. It's just, with the RFAs, I've said this the past few years, the young players that the fan base loves, he does really well with these negotiations, and Thatcher Demko is no different. 5x5 for a guy who could possibly become one of the top half goalies in the entire league in Thatcher Demko? 5 years, dude? Oh my goodness. If Thatcher Demko keeps trending upwards in this direction, he's already a starter this year. He is one of the better starters, in fact. If he keeps trending upwards in the way that he has been going, where he becomes a legit Vezina candidate by the time he is in his prime, his mid to late 20s, 27, 28, 29, this contract right here could be seen as a very, very good contract. But of course, you're going to have some other pieces around that to make it work. Obviously, Ian Clark is the big one. He is also expiring as well. He's the guy who made Sergei Bobrovsky really great in Columbus. Now Bobrovsky, not really all too great in Florida. Working with Jacob Markstrom, Ian Clark also allowed him to become one of the top goaltenders in the NHL. He was 4th in Vezina voting last year. Now Markstrom is not really performing to the same standard as last year this year, but admittedly a lot of that does have to do with injury. Lo and behold, though, the Vancouver Canucks' next move, in my opinion, aside from, of course, getting those PD and Hughes contracts sorted out, and maybe the Tanner Pearson thing as well, which has already started, actually, according to the insiders, Ian Clark, get this guy a contract. You have Thatcher Demko already signed to a 5x5, which, if Thatcher Demko shows any resemblance of being the best version of himself in the future, will be seen as a steal. But you still have to get the other working parts around that to make things the best that they can. So, for Thatcher Demko, hey man, the guy's getting paid. $25 million is not nothing, but you know what it is in the terms of the Vancouver Canucks. This is a pretty good contract over here for sure. Talk to me in the comments what you think. Have you enjoyed this video? Rolls 99, and bye.